So here we are on the very eve of the first night of the British pageant, Truth Will Prevail, and the incredible journey that we've been on with the British pageant is coming to its, I suppose in a way, it's beginning with a performance. And we're so excited. You can probably just about hear in the background rehearsals going on right now on this stage. This is an incredible arena that we've built. We call it the Pageant Theatre. Sometimes we've called it a tent. It's hardly a tent, to tell the truth. It is a pageant theatre. And a third of the entire floor space is the stage, because we have got, at the finale, upwards of 500 people who will appear on stage or at the stage. And it's an incredible moment, the finale. But the whole story is incredible. It's a beautiful story. It's a very inspiring story. It's a story of faith. It's a story of courage. And it's a story of truth. And that's why we called it Truth Will Prevail, which is a motto that means a great deal to the Mormon people here and all over the world. That was the message on the banner that the missionaries saw when they got off the stagecoach at Preston that very first time they arrived here. Truth will prevail. Well, the importance of this pageant for all of us who are British is that it tells the story of the church that we love. And at the heart of that story is a message that may surprise many people who are English or Scottish, Welsh or Irish, and that is that this church is very British and Irish. If you look at its roots and its story, those missionaries that came here in 1837 came from a fledgling church, a small church in Ohio, in the United States, and when they came here they had such success that very quickly the majority of the members of the church were British. And when the emigration started, those people became the bedrock of the church that we have today, the international, the global Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's a scene in the pageant that seems to typify what that chapter in our church history is all about. There's a couple, a Cockney couple called the Turleys. They're leaving England, the country of their birth that they love. And they're taking with them seeds. They have a little bit of a tiff about whether they're cauliflower or cabbage seeds, but ultimately Twizzleton Turley, an unusual name, a real person, by the way, this is a real character. He says to his wife that these seeds matter so much to him because they represent the last of England to him, that they're taking with them to America, and therefore he sees the seeds as something precious because they remind him of home. In a sense, that's exactly what this story is about. It's about the transplantation of faith and strength and courage and testimony of Christ to the fledgling church in America. When the British pioneers pushed their handcarts and travelled on foot or behind covered wagons to the valley of the Great Salt Lake, there they built something that would one day become the church that we have today. There are congregations of the church all over the world. Wherever you wish to travel, you'll find a Mormon congregation. And that story begins with these British men, women and children of faith.
You know, there's 200 people in that room right now practicing and rehearsing, and they are doing things that really should be quite impossible. I mean, they're rehearsing a show that should take weeks and weeks and weeks to rehearse, and they've had a few days. And hopefully we'll pull it together, but more than that, we have had a wonderful experience already. And we really feel and hope that what we've done will be a gift to the people who come, and that they will feel the spirit of the stories that we're sharing, that they will be encouraged by them, that their faith will be built by them, and that together that we can grow and be encouraged to be better people together.
Okay, hello, my name's John Thompson. I'm the producer of the British pageant Truth Will Prevail. As my role as producer, I'm responsible for everything in terms of the production of the pageant, apart from what the actors and actresses say and the music and the choir. So my responsibilities include the erection of the marquee, which we now call the Pageant Theatre. It's a huge marquee. There aren't many marquees in the United Kingdom that are larger than this. It's 45 metres long and 30 metres wide and about 17 metres high at its highest point. The stage in there is one of the largest stages in the United Kingdom. It's actually about 60 feet wide. The seating in there, we have room for about 1,600 people, and we can accommodate them fairly comfortably. and it's you might call a sellout every night. Apart from the fact that we're not selling tickets, it's you can come here for free.
We begin our pageant with the great reformers, many of whom paid the ultimate price of martyrdom for their beliefs, and then culminating with the arrival of the first Mormon missionaries to England in 1837. It's the story of their faith, and more especially the faith and the strength and the testimony of those people who joined the church way back then in 1837, to the point that for much of the 19th century there were more members of the church, more Mormons in England than there were in Utah. That's a story we want to tell, and this is the story we tell through the pageant, through the lives of real people. Most of the words that will be spoken from the stage by our performers are the actual words from the records and journals of those very real people. It's inspiring, and it really is a wonderful experience. Please do come.